All right, y'all know who it is. It's me, it's Dan. I want to welcome y'all to my home in the sticks. Lord of mercy, I don't know how y'all feel about beef jerky, but I sure love some beef jerky, and I'm going to share a recipe with you. So give me a second, and we're going to rock on into it. All right, y'all, the recipe we're gonna make today is called a Dr. Pepper jalapeno beef jerky. Real simple, probably not your traditional way that a lot of folks do it as far as in a dehydrator and stuff like that, but we're gonna do ours in the oven. I'm gonna point you down. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna use and what's going in it. So, let me point you down. This is about a 2.5 pound eye-round roast, and I have trimmed it up fairly good to get some of the fat off of it. And right here we have 2 cups of Dr. Pepper, 2 jalapenos sliced, a tablespoon of Worcestershire Winchester sauce, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of fresh cracked pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. We're gonna go on and cut this eye-round roast up into maybe an 1/8 inch thick slices against the grain. I don't know, we're just gonna cut it up and see how it looks. All right, here we go. We're gonna cut them kind of on the thin side. Maybe something like that. That might be too thick. Now what you can do is you can put this meat in the freezer and you could actually freeze it to get it to where, see now I'm liking that right there. So that's pretty good looking right there. I'm kind of liking that. So that's looking pretty good. I don't know what that beeping is. What is that? Y'all get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get this eye-round roast cut up. I'm gonna shut that beeping noise off because it's beeping, and I'll bring you back whenever we get this roast cut up. All right, y'all, we have our meat cut up. Point you down and show you what it looks like real quickly. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these guys in the refrigerator. I'm gonna just let them chill in the refrigerator. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that 2 cups of, spilled a little bit, 2 cups of Dr. Pepper in a saucepan, our Worcestershire sauce, our jalapenos, salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and our onion powder. I'm gonna put this this mixture on the stove top, and I'm gonna cook it down probably on a medium, maybe 15-20 minutes. And what I want to do is I want to reduce this by half. So we should end up with about a cup of marinade for that beef. And when I get done cooking this and bringing it down and reducing it to about a half, I'll bring you back and show you what we're gonna do next. So give me about half hour. All right, y'all, I'm gonna point you down. The mixture that we had in the pan that we went ahead and reduced, here it is right here. It has reduced down to a little over a cup, and that's what we want. 2 cup mark is probably somewhere about right here. It's reduced probably a quarter of the way, and we should end up with just a little over a cup, and that's what this is. What we're gonna do with this now is we're gonna let this mixture cool down completely. And once it cools, we're gonna pour it over the meat, but once this cools down, I'll bring you back and show you what we're gonna do next. So I see you when this cools down. That marinade, that mixture has cooled off completely. It's really cold now. What we're gonna do is, and I'm gonna point you down, is have a gallon Ziploc freezer bag. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of this meat, all this eye-round roast, I'm gonna put it in this Ziploc bag. And I'm gonna take this marinade that we made, and I'm gonna pour it right into this bag. I'm gonna seal this bag up, try to get all the air out of it that I can. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna massage that marinade into that meat. I'm gonna roll it around real good. Lord have mercy, ain't nothing but love right there, y'all. I'm gonna take this meat right here and we're gonna put it in the fridge and we're gonna let it sit overnight. May even let it go longer than that. Maybe try to get it about a good 12, 18 hours. Just soaking up all this love and this marinade. And then in about 12, maybe 18 hours, I'm gonna turn this camera back on and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next. So give me 18 hours and I'll get right back with you. Well, all right, party people, it's been about 20 hours that these pieces of all-round roast have been sitting in the fridge, just getting there, chill and relax on. So it's been about 20 hours. I'm gonna point you down and show you what we're gonna do next. What I'm gonna do is I have some napkins just sitting on a cutting board, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these pieces of all-round roast. Ooh, it smells good too. We're gonna set them down. All we're gonna do is dry them off as best as we can with some more paper towels, and then we're gonna put them on a drying rack, and in the oven they go. But we're gonna try to, let's see if we can get these guys on here and dry it off as best we can. Another paper towel and just dry them off. Get that liquid off of them. So you get the picture on what I'm doing right now. We're gonna dry them off. And what's gonna happen is once I get all of these guys dried off, what I have here is just like a, I don't know, a rack or something. And all I'm gonna do is take these pieces of all-round roast and I'm just gonna lay them on this rack, just like that. And once I get all of these guys dried up and put on a rack, I'll turn this camera back on. So give me a second. All right, y'all, let me show you what it's looking like. It's looking good too. And I also want to tell you I preheated my oven to about 170 degrees. Need to let y'all know that too. Let me point you down. So these guys are just gonna go straight into the oven. 170 degree oven. And we're gonna let them go. It's probably gonna cook maybe on a low temperature from anywhere from 2 to 5 hours. So what I will do is I will turn this camera back on in about an hour once I get them inside the oven, just to show you what they're looking like. So give me about an hour and I'll turn this camera back on. All right, y'all, we're about an hour and a half in on these beef jerky. So I'm gonna open up this oven and let me show you what they're looking like. They come along pretty good. So about an hour and a half, we're about an hour and a half in. So once we hit I think these are probably gonna go maybe 3 or 4 hours, maybe even 5. So I guess once they get close to being done, I'll turn this camera back on and show you what they're looking like. See you in about 5 hours. All right, y'all, we're about 5.5 hours later. Look what I have. Some beef jerky. Now, I took the beef jerky out of the oven and I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm leaving the Ziploc bag open so they could actually steam. And what the jerky that we're looking for is we want something that's going to be pliable and it's not going to snap. Because if your beef jerky snaps, that means that it's overcooked. So this is nice and pliable. I'm here to tell you, it turned out okay. I'm happy with it. See? It tastes pretty good too. Now this beef jerky that I just made, it'll last about 2 to 3 days if you just leave it on the counter. If you put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the fridge, it'll last about 2 to 3 weeks. Real easy to make. Next time I'll probably add just a little bit more spice to it because I like the spicy jerky. But all in all, real easy, a little time consuming. What I didn't realize is my oven actually has a dehydrate mode on my gas oven. Didn't know that. But anyways, there you have it. Dr. Pepper jalapeno jerky. Turned out fairly good. 5.5 hours worth of work, and y'all need to try it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up really helped me. If you haven't subscribed to the Home in the Sticks channel, y'all need to go and give me a look now, just so I can show y'all what I'm doing over here, because I'm really always doing something. And with that being said, you know what's coming. Don't let nobody dull your shine now. And I mean nobody. You get your shine on. And we'll see you and y'all in the next video.